boom, and now we can actually get into this. Game number 1 of our next series, going to Everdream. We're spawning in the upper right-hand corner, playing for Team Exxon. It is Geralt. And his opponent in the lower left, representing Team Liquid, is the blue Protoss, Harstem. Famous YouTuber, content creator, and of course the person you ask if you need to know where they're taking the hobbits. Some people much desire to speak with Gandalf. I much desire to speak with Harstem. Really. So we're seeing both players go for the double gateway opening. This is the old standard, of course. If you've been watching max packs lately in PvP, you know single gateway is the correct answer. I kind of hope we see max packs as single gateway openings in PvP take off a little bit. I want to see some more of that. I want to see some more variety in the opening of Protoss versus Protoss. Double Stalker here for Geralt. Gonna be double Adept for Harstem. Does that mean he's gonna throw down a Stargate? Not yet. Geralt's scouting with the probe. Harstem has not scouted anything yet. Not that there's anything crazy to scout. Probe fight! Geralt not going to be able to scout what units are coming out. And it is just the 2 Adepts. This isn't like a 6 or 8 Adept opening or anything like that. Harstem going into Stalker Sentry after. And then Nexus. Alright. Geralt's actually going to be the one going into a Stargate, which is a little odd off the back of Double Stalker. And this poor probe has been chased. Chased to the bottom corner of the map, where it will die. The Adept's not going to be able to shade up into the base. Geralt, too good on the shield battery action for that. Let's see if this Oracle can get any damage. There is some anti-air here for Harstem. A couple of sentries and a Stalker. No shield battery in the middle line though, so the Oracle could still get some nice shots off. And a Twilight Council to follow that up for Geralt, so it looks like he's just going to go with the 1 Oracle. Who is going to get spotted by the Haluk Phoenix. That's very good for Harstem, although he does have to defend 2 mineral lines now. The Oracle actually could try to take out 1 or both of these sentries. I don't know how it would fare in a fight here, but I'm going to get some damage done to it before it even turns on. Kills 1 probe and gets out of there. Better than losing it. Not really what Geralt was looking for, damage-wise, I think. But he's got a blink follow-up. He's going to drop the Forge down. We don't really have a lot of tech out of Harstem. Just the blink on the way for him as well. No Forge, no Robo to follow that up. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. To Isengard. Geralt's taking the Stalkers across the map. Might try to sneak these Adepts into the main base, but Harstem has his probe here. Should be able to get the block down. Harstem, though, not watching that Stalker, and it gets taken out. Probe's going to come off the line to fight this right now. I don't know how much I like that. Multiple force fields go down, try to block this. One shade will complete and get into the main. Oracle gonna try to come in, get shooed away by the stalkers. Double probe damage. Oh, triple probe damage. Ended up getting 3 kills. No upgrades off this forge just yet. Harstem actually, oh, Harstem did have a forge. Man, that's a solid B tier observing for me. It's like D tier. Harstem has that +1 actually quite a bit before Geralt. Maybe not quite a bit with that chrono. Actually catching up a lot. But does get it out a little bit earlier than I expected. And there's the Robo. Harstem dropping a 3rd base. Geralt's going to drop his own 3rd base. I gotta say, it seems like a very even game so far. The worker count's very similar. Despite Harstem losing a few, he's actually up on workers. I mean, the army is looking very similar as well. Looks like that Oracle went down, though. Rip Oracle. That's bad news for Geralt. I feel like we have a very even game on our hands, friends. Harstem, though, he's going a little bit up in supply. His 3rd was down a little bit earlier. He's up a little bit more workers. He's actually up quite a few more workers now. When I said that earlier, he was up 3, and already he's up 9. Geralt not continuing to build workers consistently. Come on, he didn't watch that Day 9 Daily, I guess. War Prism on the way out. You know, this almost feels pointed from Geralt, like he's like, workers. Who needs them? Why build workers when you can just have more army? These stalkers out on the map are just gonna die. Yeah, they're just dead stalkers. I don't know where they were going, but Harstem down a few stalkers. He has this shield battery that he can theoretically turn on, but he's too good with his chrono boost energy. Or he does have 50 energy on this Nexus. You can use the energy from any Nexus to chrono boost a shield battery that's in range of any Nexus. All right, Geralt comes in with the big blink stalkers. That's going to be a battle of blink control. The positioning for Geralt's quite a bit better here, but with the super shield battery, I don't know if he's really going to be able to win this fight. Blink control from Harstem is quite good. We got to kind of keep an eye on the supplies. Ooh, a blink forward there from Harstem to punish the blink back of Geralt. And actually, Harstem takes that supply lead. He loses 10 workers to do so, but he's still up in workers because he was building so many before that. Blink battles, man. Blink battles. What's that unit stab look like? 19 to 23 stalkers. So Geralt does still have the lead in that regard. Observer's going to spot the stalker positioning. And there is triple shield battery at this base. So even without the super shield battery, it's going to be quite a good defensive position. One stalker goes down. The blinks to avoid the stalker shots is quite nice. Geralt has been probing up behind this. So the worker count ends up being very, very similar. They both have their +1 done. Robotics Bay going down for Geralt. Do we have that for Harstem? Doesn't look like it. I'm not seeing it on the list of structures here. And so Geralt gives up on the attack. Decides to step back. Looks like they've temporarily made a pact not to attack. Harstem, though, he's like, actually, no, there's no pact here. Ooh, and he's going to come in and get the kill. Oh, the blink forward and the kill on that 4th base. That's 400 minerals down the drain there for Geralt. He's going to replace his 4th and take this more forward one. Harstem taking his own in the meantime. Blink battles. Harstem says, I have more than you. He's going to force a cancel over here. At least it was a cancel, but that's still 100 more minerals and a big delay on this 4th base. Harstem decides he wants to keep on pressing forward, but there are disruptors out now. Super shield battery goes off. Harstem, you gotta be careful, bud. These Novas. Oh, and in the meantime, Geralt gets a prism into the main base. There's DTs. I mean, there is a cannon, but still DTs. They kill cannons very quickly. Now there's no detection in here. Harstem taking some damage in the main base. What is he gonna do? How is he gonna clean this up? Oh, he's gonna go for the recall. He recalls a bunch of those stalkers home, but the rest of these stalkers are just chilling out on the map right now. All right, 4 probes. Not quite maybe in Artosis pylon, but pretty important pylon. Gets taken out there. And in the meantime, Geralt's going to try to attack this base at the same time, but enough stalkers are left here for Harstem that I don't think it's going to go very well. Oh no, Geralt trying to fly this prism in. Gets taken out, doesn't even get to drop those units out. And Geralt's in a tough spot right now. 58 to 97 army supply. He just did a big warping, but he's still down. His +2 is about to finish, but Harstem's +3 is actually very close. He's going to chrono boost it to get at that last little bit. Geralt needs some clutch disruptor hits. That is not it. Neither are those. So far, Harstem doing a fantastic job avoiding these disruption novas. Loses a few stalkers on that one. Loses a shit ton of stalkers on that one. Actually evens up the army supply quite a bit. But that big warping gets completely denied, and the disruptors are all going down here. All right, the big Zealot warping, I like that a lot. Zealots are fantastic versus Blink Stalkers. Harstem warps in a few more Blink Stalkers. He's got to get him on the front line. He's got that +3 attack. He's feeling quite good about himself. The Stalker count's very similar. Oh, but another nice Nova. I wish I had a tab to see how many units disruptors had killed. Blizzard, can we get that tab? Oh no, Warp Prism. Rip. Not the end of the world here. Harstem is mining on 4 bases now, but he's down a few workers. Geralt has a 4th up. He's actually got a 5th up as well. Double expanded behind this. But the disruptors all get taken down once again. This time though, the charge lots are gonna get some good counter damage done on these stalkers. While the Immortals are a little bit scary for Geralt, he kills one of them. I think Geralt's definitely making a bit of a comeback out of this. He was down quite a lot earlier, but Harstem got a little too greedy and really wanted to come in and crush something. And Geralt is up and working, so he's mining better right now. And he has actually been mining better for a few minutes here. Harstem's taking a 5th base, but he's got to get into something else. He's got to get into his own disruptors, or I don't know, he's got to do something. He's got a Dark Shrine on the way. Still just sharking around with these Blink Stalkers. I don't know what this single Blink Stalker is doing on top of this ramp here, but you know, he's chilling. Rip. Oh! Oh, it got out. What the hell? Oh, blink forward from Geralt there. Catches, gets a few stalkers caught, rather. Charge about to finish for Harstem, so he's going to try to go into that similar composition. Actually wouldn't hate charge lots here against what Geralt has. Such interesting compositions. There's the DTs, going to be looking for something. There are cannons, no shield batteries to support them, but 2 cannons I think should be more than enough to stop these 3 DTs. Harstem trying to find a good position up here. Takes out another disruptor. There are a lot of Novas still available. Oh, including that one. And Harstem might have put himself in a tight spot here. Trying to fight this out. He's trying to take out these disruptors at the very least before he leaves. But he loses a lot of his army to do that. He's still up in supply though. Harstem, that is. DTs are about to find out that cannons and shield batteries are quite good. Stalker's gonna go help. Does either player have DT blink? No. How lame. +3 is still not done for Geralt. It's almost there, but there is already +1 shields done for Harstem. Oh, and shit. Harstem is getting DT blink. Hell yeah. He heard me call out across the void. He knows DT blink is the shit. The Stalker's trying to focus down some probes. They will get cleaned up. The next phase is here. Charge Zealots and Blink DTs, my favorite upgrade composition in the game. Harstem pushing towards the top side, but just to distract from this pylon. Super Shield Battery goes down. Oh my god, but DT's just too good, man. DT's gonna try to get out of there. Looks like a couple of them will. One cannon went down, 6 probes went down. The other cannon stands strong in the meantime. Ooh, Nexus gets sniped by these +3 stalkers from Harstem. And Harstem now getting into his own Robo Bay and second Robo here. He wants to get his disruptors out. Comes in, snipes another Ruptor, gets out, dodges out of there. A couple more probes went down somewhere. I'm not really sure where. Harstem, in the backside of all this, has gone up to 81 workers. He now has a massive worker lead. But Geralt wants to put pressure onto Harstem now. Disruptors sending out their Novas. Not really connecting very well at the moment. This one waiting, anticipating the bait. Gets a couple of units, a couple of cheeky units. Zealots and DTs versus some defensive DTs and defensive cannon. Wow, Geralt warping in a bunch of Zealots to try to handle this. Turns on a Super Shield Battery once again. Harstem going to try to put pressure on the main base as well, as this pressure at the 5th has failed again. Now we have Tempests coming out of Geralt. Oh, recall goes down. That's a nice recall. Should be able to get that Prism. +3 Stalkers are pretty good. 1 DT pops out. Ooh, and that DT is going to wait. Geralt getting Blink for his DTs as well. Beautiful. Ooh, looks like a bit of a weird confrontation here. Where are the Novas? Harstem sends out a nice Nova. Gets a few good connections there. Oh my god, Geralt just did a big warp, and his army supply is actually massive. 130 army supply to 109. Harstem, though, does have +2 shields, which is really interesting. And it's going to mean these attack upgrades for Geralt won't feel quite as strong as they should. Big tag goes down on this army, which is going to help against, or going to help for the Tempests here that Geralt has coming out. There's only one at the moment? Yeah, just a single Tempest. Harstem might be in a bit of a tough spot. Yeah, no more single Tempest. Geralt might be in a bit of a tough spot. These Novas keeping him a little bit at bay, chipping off here and there. Harstem is going to run out of Nova soon, though. I think he has one more to send out. It's a nice connection. Bunch of DTs looking to get into this base, but oh, there are a shit ton of cannons here. That is not happening, bud. He blinks out. Geralt loses this base once again. And 6 base to 6 base. He tried to take this one out earlier, but wasn't actually able to kill the base. Oh, and now we're playing a little volleyball here. Beach volleyball. Ooh. Nice connection there for Geralt. He's got the 1 Tempest in the sky. DTs come from the backside. They are detected. At least temporarily. Harstem pulls back. The army supplies are very similar at the moment, but Harstem has been mining a lot more for the last 5 minutes. I mean, look at this income graph. And that's something that I could definitely criticize Geralt for, is not having enough workers. It does mean his army is larger. It makes it more difficult. Holy shit! That was a fucking connection and a half right there. Geralt losing like all of his disruptors. I think the one that actually got that kill is dead, so I can't see how many of them, but so many disruptors dying to that single Nova. And Geralt now in a tough spot. He does still have 3 So there are some around. He's building 2 at a time. But damn, that was a lot of disruptors lost there. So far, 21 disruptors have been lost for Geralt. And the trades have been actually incredibly even here. Super, super even. Harstem might lose this big group of stalkers. But he's attacking 2 places at once. He doesn't mind losing all these stalkers because, again, he's been mining so much more. And he's taken a good trade down here at this base. Ooh. What a connection, though. 6 kills on that disruptor. It killed a few disruptors, a couple of stalkers. Microing on 2 fronts is difficult. Stalkers gonna find some more stalkers, and Harstem actually losing all of the battles on all of the fronts. He's killed some probes. He's up a lot of workers right now. He's still killing workers, actually. As 5 more probes go down. Geralt down to 55 workers, but he's up almost double the army supply of Harstem. And what can Harstem do against this right now? He's got a shit ton of minerals. He needs to warp in like 1 million zealots right now. I don't know if he has enough gateways, though. Now, what are we looking at? Structures. Yeah, 9 gateways? Just doesn't feel like quite enough for this point in the game when you're at 88 workers. I feel like you need like 15 gateways. Harstem is struggling a little bit with his gas mining. Geralt's kind of struggling the opposite way. Harstem is going to win this fight, but that means that Geralt's army down here is significantly stronger, and he should be able to take out all these cannons given enough time. The Nova's going to come in. Super shield battery goes off. Another warping round. I guess that'll be enough to send Geralt back. And it looks like this base is going to get taken out. 8 more probes went down as well. Geralt really feeling the pressure of that mining, and this has bought Harstem enough time to get enough units up where he is pretty comparable in terms of supply with Geralt now. 95 to 88. Music getting intense as the game is getting intense. We're 23 minutes into the game now. Harstem's got his 6th base. 7th base? 7th base on the way up. He's long distance mining from it right now. PvP, such a beautiful matchup. Geralt spotting this army over here. Harstem feeling a little nervous, sending those Novas out. Looks like the 7th base not going to be long for this world. I think Harstem's going to have to cancel that. He does go for the cancel. He's going to blink under and get one of these Tempests. Doesn't get hit by a Nova, so no punish there. 16 workers going down, but Harstem's still up 72 to 51 workers. Attacking with this other force. Lose some units there to those Novas. A nice defense from Geralt. Does Harstem have enough to actually fight this? Nova's going off all over the place. I can't really tell what's going on. Harstem's losing, though. That is for sure. Especially as some reinforcements come up from Geralt. That being said, the supply is still in Harstem's favor. The army supply is very, very similar. Let's take a look at the trades. So the trades favoring Geralt over the last few minutes here. But again, look at this income. So Harstem can absolutely afford to take worse trades. That is not too big of an issue for him. He is going to really want to get this 7th base up and running, though, and these DTs say absolutely not. Another cancel forced to go down there for Harstem. It's really interesting. I feel like Geralt's army is generally the better one. But Harstem, with these scrappy fights with half of his army on each side of the map, it means he never really wins an actual battle. But he always ends up taking a better trade. Recall goes down there to get a lot of those units home. No disruptors came with that recall, though. They got to be careful out here, all by their lonesome. Looks like Geralt will get out of there safely, but this is bot time for Harstem to get this 7th base, or try to get this 7th base up once again. He's got a pylon finishing. I want to see like 8 cannons going down. Just a shit ton of cannons and shield batteries here. Harstem, though, has depleted that bank he once had. And both players spending their money as they get it. Geralt down to 47 workers. I guess that pretty much is full mining for him right now, though. He needs his own 7th base. That Harstem just hasn't given him time to get. Geralt trying to be a little passive here, but not being passive and taking bases. So Harstem is going to try to come in. I don't know if he's going to be able to get too much done on this side, but he's going to push the bottom side as well. There isn't a recall available because it was just used recently. So Geralt needs to have enough here to actually fight this. And I honestly, I don't feel like he does. All right, big warp in his Zealots. That should help him quite a bit. Harstem trying to move around. Wow, that is a shit ton of blink DTs here. 14 blink DTs out on the field for Geralt right now. That's beautiful. Harstem getting a couple of disruptors caught here. This feels like a fairly close fight. Disruptor Nova gonna chip a couple of units off. Geralt rotating some of his units back and forth between the two fights. All the blink DTs are now with this army. That makes it a little bit extra scary. Blink DTs are quite good. Both players killed the other's protection. So I guess the DTs win. That's what we've learned here. They both sniped off the opponent's observer at the exact same time. Beautifully done. Let's take a look at some of the other unit counts. 8 to 6 disruptors, 25 to 37 stalkers. And of course the 2 Tempests. I feel like the Tempests really haven't done much. I like the idea of the Tempests, but Stalkers just kill them so quickly that I'd almost prefer seeing the Tempests go like here. Just put like 1 or 2 Tempests here, tag these probes with an Oracle, and just let them sit there and harass. Yeah, the Tempests go down once again. The Harstem Stalkers. Harstem trying to save this base up here, but he needs detection to do so. There's a couple cannons down here. Geralt losing this 5th base. He's trying to decide what to do. It feels like he's not really making much of a decision right now. These blink DTs have gotten some probe kills. They've killed some cannons, and they might be able to escape. But this is an 8th base that Harstem is losing. Geralt's losing his 5th. 6th. He's losing his 6th, counting his heart. Maybe it was a 5th or a 4th. I don't know. Point is, Geralt's down to 5 bases and Harstem is down to 7. Harstem is up 63 to 39 workers. Recall goes down, so Geralt will get this little Blink Stalker army out of here. A little bit of a scrappy fight, but Geralt, I just don't think he has quite enough left. He's going to try to get one more Nova. It does not connect. And this Gateway army is just getting minced. Absolutely chewed to pieces. And I think with that, Harstem will finally take the victory in game 1, 30 minutes into the game. It was a hell of a game. There's a lot of back and forths. I think Harstem's economy ended up just being too much. Again, if we look at the trades here, oh, you know what? The trades now are in Harstem's favor as well. That income has been completely his the last 10 minutes, except for that little boop, 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 right there for Geralt. And Geralt's not giving up just yet, but he is down 100 supply. And Harstem's going to try to attack with 2 armies. There's the GG. The attack comes towards the top side. Harstem takes game number 1. Looking very strong there, but so is Geralt. Geralt definitely had some good moments in that game. And for a long time, it was a bit of a standoff. Oh, excuse me. All right. Looks like Roddy is gonna join us for game 2 as soon as we get into that. Sick. As soon as these guys are ready. That was an awesome game 1. I hope game 2 ends up looking like that. I feel like Everdream has given us some really, really great PvPs in the past. Yeah, dude. He's good shit. All right, so we got a minute here. Harstem needs a minute, so as soon as he's ready, we'll get into it. We're going to Ice and Chrome, which is another good map. I think this is another good PvP map. So hopefully we get a nice 30-minute game 2 as well. And maybe it'll go Geralt's way and we'll get a really awesome 7-minute game 3 because neither player wants to macro again. Oh boy. Hey, there we go. There we go. Shit. Harstem's here. We're back. We're ready to go. We're killing it. I'm ready for game 2. On Ice and Chrome. Go. Scores are up and correct. And we can hop on in. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner is our red Protoss from Team Exxon. It's Geralt. And his opponent in the lower left-hand corner, the blue Protoss representing Team Liquid. It is Harstem. That game 1 was an absolute slugfest. A lot of back and forth. It becomes such an interesting game once disruptors get on the field. It felt like Harstem didn't want to go into disruptors. He delayed it and delayed it and delayed it a lot longer than I would have expected. Just trying to fight with like 2 separate armies of Blink Stalkers. He didn't even have charge for a long time. But eventually he got into it. We got our tennis match. I guess maybe it's more like dodgeball. Dodgeball the RTS. Could make a whole game just based on that. Both players sending their probes to interesting locations. I think Geralt is definitely a planned Stargate here. Yeah, that's a Stargate rally if I've ever seen one. Harstem. I don't know what this one is. This one could be a Robo. It could also be a Stargate. Putting it at the Xel'Naga Watchtower is pretty ballsy. Pretty ballsy move. Usually you want to put it out of range of the Xel'Naga Watchtower, but Harstem's like, nah, dude. Just gonna put it right here. Yeah, both players dropping that Stargate at the exact same moment. It's interesting. We didn't have any proxies in the last game, but this one we do. So now, Geralt's gonna come up for the scout. Won't really get to spot anything. It's double stalker here for both players, interestingly enough. Geralt's gonna scout out on the map. Let's see if he finds this. If he doesn't stop at the watchtower, he honestly might miss this. That would be the funniest thing ever if he misses this because he doesn't stop at the watchtower. Ah, rip the probe. Oh, did Harstem scout? He did, but he didn't scout down here. Oh my Jesus. Are you for real? Because he didn't stop at the watchtower. Okay, he's queued back towards the watchtower now. He changed the queue. Damn. That's some shit, dude.
Dimensional strings attuned.
Completely avoids it. Harstem with the 8 million IQ Stargate location. Oh, it's incredible. Geralt's Oracle looks to be getting pushed away here by the Stalkers. Second Oracle not on the way for either player. Just going with a single Oracle. Harstem not getting any damage done either. Geralt even has a shield battery in the mineral line. And Geralt's like, ah, I found it, ha! And he's gonna kill this pylon because Oracles actually do kind of insane damage to structures. Right? He kills it. Yeah, oh, totally. He's still got 20 energy left. Fucking kill the Stargate too. Phoenix gonna get canceled. Harstem not wasting the money on that. I don't think he spotted. Okay, never mind. He did spot this Stargate. It's probe. He's gonna try to take out the pylon. Do you think he can do it? I hope so. I'm rooting for this probe. We're gonna keep an eye on this probe, see if he can take that pylon out all by himself. No, the Oracle's coming. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, that's rude. Oh, so rude. This probe is working so hard. Oh, man. It chipped off 180 hit points of that shield. Probably more, because it probably regened some shield while it was attacking. Think about that. Blink and +1 on the way for Geralt. Harstem has Blink on the way, but his +1's going to be a bit late since his forge is not finished yet. Adept's going to look for some cheeky damage here. They're going to finish that Shade. Oracle's going to come in at the same time, try to combine for some probe damage. Harstem defending with his Oracle, though. He's going to lose 1, 2 probes? I don't know. Are we on Game Heart? I think so. Yeah, we're on Game Heart. So far, I think he only lost 1 there. So, pretty nice trade for Harstem. Gotta say, I expected more damage to get done. 2 Adepts getting into the mineral line is not a good thing. Geralt going to scout this third base. Should turn the Oracle on and try to kill that. He's going to drop his own third in response. Things are shaping up as you'd expect. All right. Luke Phoenix comes in. Doesn't get much of a scout off, but there's not much to scout. That hasn't already been spotted. +1 now finished for Geralt. Harstem still working on his. It's being chronoed out. And he's getting charged, so getting into that charge a little bit quicker than last game. A very passive game so far for these guys. trap, Stasis trap. Ooh, nice blink away. Does still catch a couple of gas mining probes though. That is annoying for Harstem. Oh, I thought something triggered that, but it just ran out of time. Stasis ward. A lot of stalkers here for Geralt. Looking like he might want to posturing to get something done, perhaps. The stalker count's even though. Neither player going into disruptors just yet, but I see a robo for Harstem. Is that a second robo? Nope, just a first robo. Okay. No problem. And there's that robo bay going down for Geralt. He was the first to get into ruptures last game. Stands to reason he'd be the first in this game as well. Hallucinated Phoenix spots the second robo and the robo bay. Stargate's still just chilling here next to the Ursidon, Yeti Ursidon. It looks like he wants to get something done with the Warp Prism. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do too much, especially if he gets spotted here by that stalker. I don't know if Harstem actually saw it, but it's gotta be careful. It's gotta be careful. We'll move over this ancient snow-buried artifact here. Man, I love the environments of some of these maps. It's so cool. It's fun to look at. Wow, that actually supply blocked Geralt a little bit. Oop. Both ways going for DTs as well. And getting their fourth bases. It feels like a very passive game compared to last game. There was a lot of action in the last game, and this one so far it's been just a little bit of poking and prodding here and there, not even a lot of harassment. Oh, looks like the Stargate died. So no Phoenix. I bet Harstem's really wishing he'd gotten that Phoenix out earlier now. Stuff like this Prism, so annoying to deal with. Oh, those Zealots warped in and charge started immediately after. I think Geralt forgot charge. Thought he had it. Warped those Zealots in, saw them walking. Saw their casual walking pace instead of the absolute balls to the wall sprint that charged Zealots have when they move around, and realized he needed to start that up. Upgrade wise, it's pretty close. Geralt a little bit behind in that upgrade fight at this point, which means Harstem has been chronoing and keeping on point with his upgrades. But it's very, very close. +2 is about to finish here for Geralt, and it does. It's got to start his +3 up though, because Harstem already has +3 on the way, and Harstem was up in upgrades the entirety of game 1. Some stalkers here. Geralt trying to get brave with them. However, this does mean he knows there's no stalkers on the top side of the map. Wow. Wow, that bait Oracle though. And Harstem might be able to come back over here and make Geralt real sad about getting all of these units trapped in that stasis ward. Where are those stalkers going to go? They have to choose where to blink right now. Oh, he goes for the recall instead. He knows he's only going to be able to save a few of them. But he does save a few of them. That was a good choice there, I guess. There wasn't a good choice, but he did the best he could. Oh, and now some of these stalkers getting caught here. Disruptor's trying to buy time. But I think after losing all those stalkers, Geralt is now down quite a bit of army supply. And while Harstem doesn't have any disruptors with this, I don't even know if he's going into disruptors at any point here. Doesn't look like it. He's got a shit ton of stalkers. He's got a bunch of charged zealots with this. His DT blink is about to finish. That's true of both of them, actually. Shadow Stride about to complete here. Such a good upgrade. Harstem gonna hit with some blink DTs and zealots on the bottom side as well, while he's pressuring the top with his main army. Nice catch here from Geralt. How's this harassment going? It's looking pretty okay. There's no detection for either player, so DTs are just gonna be doing a lot of damage here for Harstem while Geralt can't kill them. Can't make a wall if they have Blink. And Geralt gonna lose this base. Massive warping in the main base by Harstem. Harstem absolutely manhandling Geralt right now, hitting in so many locations, doing damage all over the place, and Geralt just doesn't have enough to keep up. Army supply is similar right now, but Harstem's getting so much damage and he's killing another base. He's gonna lose a few stalkers for it, but I don't think he cares. He's at 78 workers. He's on 5 bases back at home. And he's put Geralt down to 3. He's killing production in the main base. He's killing workers. And most importantly, he's killing bases. The army supply is very, very similar still. Geralt's gonna try to retake this 4th base, I guess, at this point. But it feels too little too late. Harstem might not be able to get the killing blow just yet. But he's definitely putting himself in a fantastic position moving forward here. These Stalkers still getting lots of damage done, avoiding those Novas, and getting reinforced. Shields now on the way for Harstem. That's how you know shit's serious. He goes straight into shields. It looks like he wants to get his own disruptors out. He's going to force a cancel, maybe even a kill on this base with the Blink DTs. Geralt's still desperately trying to get this base up. Harstem pulls back. He wants to defend. He knows there's something over here. He saw those Blink DTs. He's going to take a few of them out. Oh my god, he got whatever the observer speed is called. It's not gravitic drive, it's gravitic something. Gravitic thrusters, maybe? I don't know, dude. He got observer speed so he can keep up with the Blink DTs. Harstem, what a fucking genius, dude. This is big brain plays by Harstem this game. And Geralt he's feeling it, man. He's feeling the pressure. And this time it's Harstem going into ship weapons. He's throwing down a few Stargates. He wants to make sure that he's not just taking a lead with all of this. He's taking a victory. Because it's not over yet. While there's still Stalkers and Disruptors out on the map for Geralt, he's going to keep fighting. He's really not down that much in terms of army supply. Oh, but a big blink forward from Harstem. Harstem smells blood in the water. He says, this is my time. He needs a few Novas, but is it going to be enough? Another Disruptor goes down. Without those Disruptors, Geralt just can't win this fight. All right, the reinforcements are here. The cavalry has arrived. But Harstem counterattacking at the same time. Looks like that will not work, though. Geralt holding on both fronts for the moment. Somehow holding on both fronts. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with Geralt's defense right there. He's still down 30 supply or so. It's still 5 bases up for Harstem. I'm surprised he hasn't taken a 6th yet. Hey, look at that. But Harstem, he's got a fleet beacon halfway done. He's got his +1 ship weapons on the way. He's planning on reinforcing, or not reinforcing, I guess, but replacing this army with, I assume, Tempests, because carriers are kind of a weird thing to choose, but also carriers are kind of just stronger. And if Harstem builds Tempest while Roddy is casting, I don't think Roddy will ever forgive him. Yeah, there's that 6th base for Harstem. Geralt very much on his back foot here, just trying desperately to hold on all of these fronts that Harstem has been attacking on. Harstem consistently keeping that disruptor count low. There are still 7 out for Geralt. He has killed so many. Zealots coming in from the backside, getting a beautiful surround here. DT's coming in as well. There's no detection for Geralt. No detection for Harstem either, which means the DTs warping in for Geralt are going to be quite nice. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. Oh, Novas. None of the Novas connect with these Stalkers. And Harstem, oh, he's got more observers coming in. There's more detection here. And Geralt is down 60 army supply. He's down 80 supply in total. He's got a mama ship on the way. He's waiting. He's waiting. Minus 400, minus 400. Here it comes. Boom. There she is. Mama's home. But Harstem's got 3 observers here. He doesn't care about this. It's not like Mama does any damage. Can we get some minus 400, minus 400 in the chat? GG gets called. And Harstem takes the 2-0 victory.